Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and today, as I'm bumping the table around, we're gonna be making a craft with toilet paper tubes. Now, I see this as a good one that you can get kids helping you with. I think that they'd be super cute as little party favors that the kids could give out. Or just even, like place settings, having one on place setting for a special occasion or something. It's just kind of fun and kind of cute. So what we're gonna do, we're taking the whole tube and you know what? Mine aren't the greatest. I don't have, my toilet paper is really soft. It's awesome toilet paper, but the tubes are not the highest quality of tube, which that's the way I prefer it, rather than a better quality toilet paper tube. I'd rather the paper is, but it just means they're not super smooth. But again, they're designed to be ripped open. So, I'm not too worried. What we're gonna do, glasses on. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of hot glue, and on all of these, I'm just trying not to do tons, I'm going to squish them flat. Okay, so I'm just gluing one end completely closed, and once it's cooled off, I'm just taking some of the excess glue away. And cheap toilet paper tube, it's just cutting away. So we're gonna do that to every one of them. Just seal off one end. And then the other end, so if I've squished this one flat, north, south, up, down, then I want to squish this end flat, east, west, left, right, sideways, so that they're opposite. Does that make sense? Before I glue it, I actually want to round this one out, just slightly. So don't agonize over it. There's no measuring. We're just doing it slight. And then we're going to take this little piece that, we've popped off. And I'm just going to cut off one of the ends. And I think I'm just going to cut it in half. I don't need it to be double. So I can save that other piece for future. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that little piece coming out. So when I glue this, and I want to glue this closed. Now, before I glue it closed, if I want to use these as party favors, I need to stuff them. So in my house, I happen to have some little Ferrero Rochers that I thought maybe would fit in there. You could do a Lindor ball. You could just fill it with Smarties or M&Ms. You could put a little toy, whatever. I'm hoping that that fits. And when I squish this close, I don't squish the chocolate. Okay, it fits nicely. So anything up to about that size. And I'm going to then glue this one closed. Now you don't have to use hot glue for this, obviously. You could use a glue of your choice, but when I have hot glue, and two, it dries quite quickly. So I just want to put my little triangle popping out there. That's the beak of my bird. So I've got my little candy in there. I like that part. And I have my little bird done. I have 4 rolls, so I've got 3 more to go. So I'm gonna do 3 more, and then while my glue is hot, because this is all the gluing that I need to do, and then I'll come back with my paints, and then we'll start making it actually look a little bit more bird-like. Once you've got your birds all sealed off, it's time to begin painting. Now, you can use whatever paint you have. I'm using a Fusion white paint to start, just because that's what I have, and then it self-seals. If you have tempera paints, or you have house paint, or you have acrylics. I mean, use that, right? So I'm starting off just very simply, and I'm gonna paint all of them white. So I'm just giving them a nice quick white base to start. I mean, you could spray paint them if you really wanted to, but you know, if you're doing this with kids, then don't use an all-in-one, use some paint that's gonna wash out of whatever you're doing with it, right? So I'm just gonna get these painted out and I'm gonna let them dry. I forgot to lay out a piece of plastic, but I will go get my piece of plastic for them to dry on, just so the paint doesn't cause them to stick to my paper here. Next up for our little birds is to take whatever color we want the birds to be. So I have Seaside by Fusion, and I'm going to start up by the head. So see, there's a little beak. So I'm starting up by the head, and I'm just kind of swirling down and bringing it out to the tail. So on this side, I'm just gonna swirl it down and bring it out to the tail. So at this stage, I'm just gonna kind of paint it out like that. And then I'm taking an acrylic paint. I'm doing kind of an orangey yellow. You could do yellow, you could do orange. This is quite electric. It's quite bright. And I'm just gonna do the little beak. And all that's left to do is, once it's drier, okay, I have one. Well, it's still not dry. I thought maybe it'd be dry enough for this. But all that's left to do is to take, this should be okay. Little pen and draw the eye. Okay, these are our finished little birds, our little treats. Now, I get you could do more detail on the wings, you could make it a little more bird-like, but I'm not interested in putting tons of detail on these, given that people are going to rip them open for the chocolate. It's just a cute little carrier package for the treat inside. And again, if you're doing this for a kid's party, you could do the birds in whatever color, match the theme of the party, fill them with whatever treats your child likes and enjoys most. I've got mostly adults in my family, so hence the Ferrero Rocher hanging around the house. But you can fill it with treats, you could fill it with little messages. And again, you could have these at everybody's place setting and do it in whatever holiday colors. I did little blue jays. I'm in Canada. But you could do red cardinals, you could do pink and purple and fantastical colors, whatever makes sense. Super quick, super fun, super easy, and they have a treat. What could be better? Let me know what you think of this one. Look forward to seeing you on the next. Until then, take care.